Where is this big move the Red Sox need to make, and is it even going to happen? What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Red Sea Radio. My name is Corbin. This is going to be a little bit of a different video today. It's going to be little bit shorter. It's going to be more of a conversation than a presentation. I just want to talk with you guys in this one. The reason for this is because last night the New York Yankees finalized their trade with Juan Soto. The New York Yankees had one bad season last year. Fans got really upset, and the way the Yankees responded was by getting the best possible solution to their problem. The Red Sox have had bad seasons for a couple of years now. Red Sox fans haven't been happy for a couple of years, and yet so far we've heard absolute crickets from the Boston Red Sox in this offseason, despite the fact that leading up to the offseason, we heard from major news outlets, we heard from Red Sox ownership, we heard from the Red Sox new CBO that there are big moves coming. So where is this Red Sox big move? Why hasn't it happened yet? And is it even going to come? That is what we are talking about in today's video. But before we get into that, do me a favor. Make sure you guys have hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. If you're new here, we talk Red Sox content almost every single day. Also, make sure you guys have hit the like button on this video as well. Helps these videos out a ton, and it would mean a lot to me. Thank you all very much for clicking on this one. Let's get into it. I think the big thing to understand as to why the Red Sox have not made a splashy move yet is the situation they're in. The Red Sox getting Juan Soto would have been incredible, right? He is a huge name in Major League Baseball. He is a statement piece. He would have made your offense a flat-out juggernaut in the league. But 1 year of Juan Soto, a guy who is most definitely going to free agency, was not going to make the Red Sox a World Series contender. We've known this from the very start, but pitching and defense will. If the Red Sox are planning on making a big splash this offseason, we've known it from the very beginning, it's going to have to come from the pitching side of things. And that, to me, is where the problem lies. In my opinion, it's the market right now, not the Red Sox, who are sitting on their thumbs. And here, let me explain. Right now, the offseason is in a very unique position because everything is essentially remaining quiet until Shohei Ohtani and Yoshinobu Yamamoto make a decision. In fact, the biggest free agent in terms of pitching to sign with the team was Eduardo Rodriguez last night with the Arizona Diamondbacks. Erod would have been a nice piece to bring back and probably a pretty solid addition to the Red Sox rotation, but that's not the splashy move the Red Sox are going to make, right? That's not the splashy move that Red Sox fans want. That's not the guy that we're going to go out and buy jerseys for, say the Red Sox are back because they signed. No, he's not that type of guy. Those type of guys are Shohei Ohtani, Yoshinobu Yamamoto, Jordan Montgomery, Blake Snell, right? Those are the type of players that the Red Sox need to get into this rotation. And that's the problem right there, because if your name isn't Yoshinobu Yamamoto or Shohei Ohtani and you're Blake Snell or Jordan Montgomery, you're not doing a damn thing until those guys sign. Think about it. If you're Blake Snell or you're Jordan Montgomery and you have 5 teams interested in you and you're like, okay, these are pretty good offers, but there's 11 teams interested in Yoshinobu Yamamoto and there's 5 teams interested in Shohei Ohtani, that's 14 teams who probably aren't going to get either one of those guys. Suddenly your market goes from 4 teams to 10 teams, and that drives up competition. When competition drives up your price, and you end up with either more years, more security, or you end up with more total money and more financial freedom, right? That's just simply how it works. If you're one of those two guys, you are waiting on Shohei Ohtani and you're waiting on Yamamoto. Now, the Red Sox should be in on Yamamoto. They should be all in on Yamamoto, but they can't really make any moves outside of Yamamoto because everyone else is waiting. So we're sort of at a standstill with the Boston Red Sox, which is why I think they have not made their big move yet. It's not the Red Sox themselves, at least I hope it's not. It's the market that they're in the situation that they've put themselves in, right? They need to simply wait on a decision from Yamamoto, a decision from Shohei, and then they can start attacking these other guys. And that's just flat out the way it is right now. And I know some of you guys are sitting there thinking, well, Corbin, the Yankees were in a sort of similar position. They went out, bypassed the free agent market, and just went straight to the trade market. And if you're the Red Sox, again, it's not a position trade you're looking for. It's a starting pitching trade you're looking for. And that's a very similar situation as well, because if you're an owner of one of these teams, the White Sox, the Marlins, possibly the Seattle Mariners, the Guardians, Brewers, right? You're sitting there and you're thinking to yourself, okay, unless a team blows me away, again, there are 11, 12 people who are looking for Yamamoto. When they don't get those guys, they're either going to turn to one of these free agents or they're going to start coming to me. And again, it's the same sort of philosophy. Once those guys sign, you're going to get a whole lot more competition for these guys and probably end up with a bigger package than you would have gotten if you were to trade your ace before Yamamoto signs with a team, right? It's just simple mathematics. So either way you look at it, the Red Sox are sort of locked right now. They're locked into, okay, we could do everything we possibly can. We're going to go after Yamamoto. We're going to see if we can get Yamamoto, but we can't really do anything outside of that until Yamamoto signs. If it's with the Red Sox, fantastic. If it's not with the Red Sox, you're still going to have to figure it out. And again, figuring it out is just simply going to have to wait. I know it sucks. I know it sucks. I know Red Sox fans have been told to be patient for years now, right? Essentially since 2020, the sort of overarching theme of this Red Sox team is, hey, look, be patient. We're going to figure it out. We're sort of rebuilding here. We're going to retool. We're going to figure ourselves out. We're going to get younger. We're going to get more talented. It's going to take a couple of years. Well, now you're at that point. So where are the reinforcements, right? Where are the, hey, this is the Boston goddamn Red Sox. We're going to make this team competitive, whether you like it or not. Move. Where are those? It makes sense Red Sox fans are impatient right now. It makes sense that Red Sox fans want that big move. And I'm right there with you, right? I'm tired of making videos about, hey, this guy, you know, he's not really the big name, but he's going to help this team out. I want to make videos for you guys talking about, oh my God, I can't believe the Red Sox dropped their balls on Shohei Ohtani or Yamamoto. This is the team, right? They brought in Jordan Montgomery and Corbin Burns. I want to make those videos for you guys. It sucks, but we just simply have to wait until one of these guys signs and then see where the market shapes up. Because again, everyone else is waiting for these teams to go. And it's not just the Boston Red Sox. It's the Dodgers. It's the Cardinals. It's the Mets. It's the Braves. None of these guys are making big moves. And this is the reason why. It's important to understand where the market is, because it's important to understand that the Red Sox aren't just sitting there on their thumbs, immobile, figuring out what to do, right? They're not just in a war room right now being like, well, you know, we've been sort of taking our time here. Let's just take some more time and see what unfolds, right? No, it's the market itself that's doing that instead of the Boston Red Sox. They could be as active as possible, and I'm sure they are as active as possible, but nothing's going to get done until these two guys sign. Now, the bigger overarching question here is a big move going to come at all? Regardless of the market, once the floodgates do open, where the Red Sox land? Do they land with one of these big name guys? Do they end up with another year of getting, okay, these guys are kind of solid, they're going to make our team better, but they're not going to be those splashy names? Which side of the coin do the Red Sox fall on? To be honest with you, I can't give you a straight answer. I could just give you what I think based on articles and based on everything we've seen so far this offseason. What I think is that ownership understands that attendance is dropping, and they understand that they're kind of falling out of relevance, right? Especially in the AL East. The Orioles are young and they're powerful. The Blue Jays have been a big name for Shohei Ohtani. The Rays are going to Ray, and the New York Yankees just got Juan friggin' Soto, right? So the Red Sox understand this, and I think ownership understands this, that to bring themselves back to relevance, they got to make a big move. And I think at the same time, too, Craig Breslow's new. He wants to make a name for himself. And on top of that, he's not afraid to make a risky maneuver, right? We saw it already with Alex Verdugo going to the New York Yankees of all teams. He didn't care what team he went to. He cared about the package they got in return. And to me, those are two really good signs that, yes, the Red Sox are going to do something big. But again, I can't guarantee that. And if there is another year where you're sitting here and you're saying, oh my God, what did we do this offseason? We made our rotation marginally better, but we really haven't put ourselves into a spot where we're legitimate playoff contenders. We're just going to break even again next year. Or maybe we're above 500 for the first time in 2 years. Maybe that's what we see at the end of this offseason. I don't know. I truly cannot answer that question. And I understand it's frustrating, right? You leave the winter meetings with nothing. You leave the winter meetings with nothing when the Blue Jays are trying to make a huge move. The New York Yankees already made a huge move. But again, all I want to say is let's just wait and see how this shapes up before we start bringing pitchforks and torches to Fenway Park. We try to storm the gates, right? Before we start saying sell the team, before we start saying, well, this is the same old song and dance, the same Yale nerd running our organization. We don't know anything yet. The only thing we have to go off of as Red Sox fans is the Alex Verdugo trade, a trade we all knew was coming. We knew Alex Verdugo was getting traded this offseason. That's nothing is special. It's nothing nothing new. This is what was going to happen regardless of who was in the front office, right? That's all we have to go off of. It sucks that we have nothing to go off of, but again, I think right now, and I know it sucks to hear, and I know people don't want to hear it, it's about patience. It's about watching the market unfold, both free agent wise and trade wise, and seeing where the Red Sox land before we make the ultimate decision of whether or not a big move's even going to come, and before we make the ultimate decision of where ownership's head is at and where the CBO's head is at. We just simply don't know anything right now, and I know it sucks. I am confident that a big move is coming, and I think everyone should be too. Again, this is just my opinion, though. So let me know in the comment section down below, what do you think? Are you on my side where you're saying, okay, I understand what the market's doing, both trade-wise and free agent-wise. I understand the Red Sox needs. It's going to take time for these things to develop. We can't expect a big move to happen now. Or are you on the other side of, well, wait a second. This is the Boston goddamn Red Sox. If they want someone, they need to go get them immediately. They need to blow them away. They need to bring him here. They need to figure out how to get this guy before everyone else even has an opportunity to do that. I think both sides are extremely valid, and I'm curious as to which side you land on. So let me know in the comment section down below. As always, if you made it to the end of this video, make sure you guys hit that subscribe and that like button. Also, let me know what you think about this sort of format where I'm just sort of talking. There's no overlays. There's no real big edits. Let me know what you think about that. Thank you all very much for clicking on this one, and I will see you probably later today with a Rule 5 recap and in the red seats.